Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rina and I'm going to take us through digital skills training. I hope you are as excited as I am. So let's start. We are going to start with the definition of digital literacy. So what is digital literacy? So digital literacy means having the skills you need in order to operate digital devices like the computer, the smartphones, the laptops and such like, on the internet, on social media, and um, and any other mobile device. So there are common misconception about learning digital skills, and one of them is that computers are hard to learn or to understand, or that computers are for educated individuals or wealthy individuals. Well, to be honest, computers can be quite easy to understand. Nowadays, we even have children uh, as young as in grade one, that is around 7, 8 years, able to learn computers. So it is not hard to learn as long as you put your mind to it and you have the interest. And then computers nowadays are not just for the very wealthy. Uh, thank goodness that the divide between economic classes has been bridged, and that is thanks to uh, digital devices. We now have an equal platform. So the other misconception we have is that the internet can be unsafe, so we should not access it. While it is true that the internet can be an unsafe place to be, it is actually, as long as we observe the general safety rules, we are able to be quite safe while interacting on the internet. So we are going to look at the importance of digital literacy, and the first one is that uh, digital literacy helps us to navigate the digital landscape. So when you understand uh, how computers work, you are able to use different software applications, and you're able to navigate the internet. You are empowered to access information, resources, and opportunities. And with these literacy skills, you can effectively communicate and conduct research and also engage in online communities. The second importance of digital literacy is that it enhances professional opportunities. So nowadays, employers are searching for individuals who have basic digital literacy skills. So you find that when you understand or you're able to operate a digital device, you stand a better chance to be employed. So using basic productivity software like the Microsoft Office to even more advanced tools like the programming languages, computer literacy opens doors for a wide range of professional opportunities. So this enables you to adapt to technological advancement, to collaborate effectively in virtual teams, and to contribute to digital transformations of organization. The third point, the importance of learning digital literacy, is that it fosters digital creativity. So um, in digital literacy, when you have the skills, it fuels your creativity. If you are um, if you are an artist, or a web designer, a graphic designer, you are able to think of ideas and bring them to life. And thanks to the tools that we have, you are able to share your knowledge. So, uh, you digital literacy enables you to leverage your computer literacy and unleash your creativity. So you find that through digital literacy, the artists and the graphic designers are able to create animations and things like that, and uh, share or sell them to individuals or companies abroad. And the fourth importance of digital literacy is that it empowers lifelong learning. So you find that when you are digitally literate, you are able to keep up with the ever-changing world. In the computer age, things change like in very fast. So when you are literate, it means that you are able to keep up. You whenever an app is upgraded, you are able to just jump online, learn about the changes, and continue with life. So this opens opportunities for personal growth. You find that you are able to acquire new knowledge. You are able to stay informed in a very fast-paced society, and which is a good thing. Uh, the fifth point is that digital literacy helps bridge the digital divide gap. So you find that it is no longer that only the rich were able to access information or uh, good opportunities. You find that even the marginalized communities are able to find the same. As long as you jump onto the internet, you are able to access information and you can use it for your own advantage. It's no longer like it used to be in the past where individuals who could afford a newspaper, they would buy and get maybe a job uh, vacancies and then apply, and the people who are not able to afford a newspaper are left behind. Right now, it is just that if you are able to access the internet, you are able to find out about whatever is happening around the world. If there are any job vacancies, there are job boards on the internet which uh, you can use for your own advantage. Now, we have a few individuals who have improved their lives through digital literacy. The first one is Julius Yego. We know him as the YouTube athlete. He learned javelin by observing videos on YouTube, and that enabled him to be able to compete on the international platform. So we also have other seasoned and also budding actors, musicians, trainers, and cooks here in Kenya who have successfully launched their careers through the digital literacy. So, a few examples I would give is Crazy Kenna, who is a comedian who comments on current social and political issues. We also have Dennis Umbachi, who is commonly known as the roaming chef, and he grew his cooking career right after leaving rugby. So, and he's really doing very well right now with cooking online. Next, you're going to look at the parts of the computer, the hardware. So, uh, a computer has four main parts. Uh, that is the monitor, the central processing unit or the processor, the keyboard, and the mouse. So, in other devices like a laptop or a phone, all these different parts have been merged together. So we're going to see the functions of each and every part that we've just mentioned. So the first one to talk about, we're going to talk about is the computer case, which is commonly known as the CPU. Although the CPU is whatever is in the inside. So the computer case is a cabinet that contains most of the components of the computer, and it is sometimes also called a tower. The central processing unit, or the CPU, is inside the case. This CPU is the brain of the computer, which enables the computer to perform its functions effectively. Next, we're going to talk about the monitor. The monitor is a device that displays or shows information from the computer. So it displays whatever is happening inside the computer case or inside the CPU. And it is an output device which displays in a pictorial form. We have the keyboard. Keyboard is a panel of keys that we use to operate or tell the computer what to do. It allows us to input information into the computer. We also have a mouse. The mouse is a handheld device that is used for pointing or inputting information into the computer. We're going to look at the keyboard in detail. We realize that it has various keys which can be grouped into different sections. So the keyboard has numeric keys or numerical keys. These are the numbers 1 all through 9 and with 0. And then we have the alphabet keys, that is A to Z, although it is not arranged in the alphabetical order. The most common keyboard that we use is called the QWERTY, which is the most commonly used keyboard or the standard keyboard. We also have function keys, which are F1 to F12, and they perform specific functions in different applications. So depending on what the programmer decided the key is going to do, the functionality remains within the application. So for instance, we have the F5 function key that is commonly used in the browser applications to refresh, for refreshing of the web browser. And then we have special keys. The special keys are the shift key and the control key and the alt key. So these keys are used in combination with other keys in order to achieve a desired result. For instance, we use shift together with the alphabet keys in order to um, change the letters into uppercase. Also, the shift key together with the numerical keys can give us the special characters or the symbols, the symbols which are on top of the numerical keys. That is, for instance, if I want to uh, input the @ sign, I'll need to press the shift key together with the number 2, and I'll be able to input the @ sign. We still have a few more buttons, like we can delete in case we make a mistake. We are able to delete, and we have two keys that are for deleting. We have the backspace key, which deletes to the left, and then we have the delete key, which deletes to the right. So depending on where your cursor is, you can use either of the keys to delete. And then we have the navigation or arrow keys, which are right down there. Next, we are going to talk about the mouse. Now, the mouse is a pointing device, like we had said. It has two buttons, the right and the left button, and then it has a scrolling wheel in between. Now, I have a short video that I'm going to share with us so that we can understand how to effectively use the mouse.
It is a pointing device with a tail. Do you remember that a mouse normally has two buttons on it? Let us now learn more about the mouse. Mouse is an input device. It helps us to point at any item on the screen and also to draw pictures. Mouse pointer. Mouse pointer is displayed on the screen as a slanting arrow. It is different than the text cursor. As you move the mouse in a particular direction, the mouse pointer moves on the screen in the same direction. You can move the mouse to a desired location on the screen. Earlier, the computer mouse had a roller ball at the bottom for movement. Nowadays, a mouse does not have any ball at the bottom. It uses infrared light instead of a ball for movement. This device is called an optical mouse. Mouse pad. The pad on which we put the mouse and move it is known as mouse pad. How to hold a mouse. Place your palm on the mouse. Hold it with your thumb and two fingers. A scrolling wheel is usually there in between the left and right mouse buttons. Such a mouse is a scroll mouse. The wheel helps you to scroll a page up and down. Place your index finger on the left button and middle finger on the right button. Now, move the mouse on the mouse pad and look at the movement of the pointer on the screen. It moves in the direction in which you move the mouse. Scrolling means moving up and down. Mouse action. There are 5 mouse actions: left click, double click, right click, drag and drop, and scrolling. Left click or click. Gently press the left mouse button once and release it. The mouse makes a click sound. This is known as clicking. A single left click, simply called click, is generally used to select an item on the screen. Left click is also used to position the text cursor somewhere between the text to make a correction. Double click. Gently press the left mouse button twice at a short interval and release it. It is called double click. Double click is generally used to open a window or a program. Double click opens a selected item. We first point to an item by moving the mouse over it and then double click over there. Right click. Press and release the right mouse button. This is called right click. Right clicking shows a list of commands or a pop-up menu on the monitor. Drag and drop. Drag and drop is used to move or copy an item from one place to another on the screen using the mouse. Move the pointer over an item on the screen. Press the left button and hold. Holding this button, move or drag the pointer to the place where you want to place the item. Release the button. Observe, the item appears on the new place. If you repeat the same while pressing the control key, a copy of the item will be created.
Okay, moving on. Next you're going to look at simple applications that we can try out with on our digital devices, and applications or simply apps are programs that control our computers. So they are developed by a programmer who needs to learn the computer language in order to write effective language. You can be a programmer too. It's not very hard to learn. Some of the commonly used apps include Word, Excel, PowerPoint, gaming apps, Microsoft Paint, and many more. Each app is used to do a specific task. For example, the messaging app on your phone can only be used to text messages. So one of the simplest app we can use on our digital devices or our computer is the word processing software. So this is a software designed to enable a user to create documents like letters, posters, brochures, and even banners. So the documents can be saved in our hard drive or in a portable device like a flash drive. And then the saved document is usually called the software, or the document that is still inside within the computer is called the soft copy, while we are able to print it out onto a piece of paper, and the information now that is going to be on the paper is what we call the hard copy. So we have quite a number of word processors out there. Most commonly one is the Microsoft Word. We have others, the WordPerfect, AppleWorks, and OpenOffice. So for purposes of learning, we're going to concentrate on the Microsoft Office Word. It is a processor that was developed by Microsoft, and it is very common. So we are going to look at how we are going to open a Microsoft Word document. And there are three ways by which you can open the Microsoft Word document or any other application on our computers. So the first method is that you can click on the start button, then go to all programs, and then search for the app by name, which is listed in alphabetic order. The next method we can use to open a document is by typing on the search bar, which is usually found on the taskbar below your screen. The third and the final method is that you can use shortcuts or icons either on your desktop or ones that are pinned on the taskbar. Moving on, once you open your document, this is what you're going to encounter. You have the document area where you can start typing away. Whenever you type or punch a letter on the keyboard, it is going to show on your document at the typing area. So you are able to enter text. We're going to use the example of hello student. So you click on the document area and then start typing away. When you want to edit or format your work, editing means changing or making some changes on your document. So we either do this to correct mistakes or to make the document look much more appealing or good to look at. So how do we edit? We first need to highlight. We highlight by using our mouse. You click at the beginning of whatever the word that you want to edit. So you click over it, if it's a word or a whole sentence or a whole paragraph, and then drag your mouse over the whole of the word or the whole sentence or paragraph, and then release the mouse. And then now you are able to perform various functions. Like you can make the document bold by clicking on the B, the B that is on the bold letter B. You can italicize, you can underline, you can change the color. There's really just a lot of things that we are able to do while editing. Next, we're going to look at how we save a document. And a document is saved by going to the file, and then save as. So when you click on file, it will give you a list of activities that you can do. There is save, there is save as. So if you are saving for the first time, you'll need to use the save as, and then give your document a preferred name. So once you have given it a name and click on save, the document is saved on your computer memory. If you prefer to continue typing, you are free to do so, but you'll need to remember that you need to keep on saving for the new information that you continue to input. You can save now using the save icon, or you can save using the shortcut for saving, which is using the control key plus S. Next, we're going to look at the internet, connecting to the internet. And the internet is what is an infrastructure that connects millions of computers in order to share or access information. So we have the World Wide Web, or WWW, which is one of the networks on the internet. There are others such as the email network and online games and file sharing. So we need the internet for various things, to do various things in order to be able to research, in order to shop online, to even study, to apply for jobs, and to keep in touch with friends and family. So in order to access the internet, we need an app called a browser. So we have a number of browsers out there, and these are some of the apps for browsing: the Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Safari, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, and Netscape. So there are many learning platforms out there dedicated to providing learning resources. The first one is Udemy. We also have YouTube, where you can just access videos and learn about any topic of interest. We have websites for universities and colleges. We also have Amazon Learning Services, or AWS. We have Google, we have Meta Learning, TEDx. And what are some of the skills that you can learn online? We have social media managers. This you learn how to manage a social media page for either a company or an individual. You can dive into content creation. If you have an idea or that would be of interest to people, you can share. You can be sharing with people online, a group of people who have the same interest. You can blog. You can freelance. This means you learn a skill, and then you are able to sell your services to individuals or companies. And then you can create and sell online courses. We also have ghost writing. So while we are on the internet, we need to be safe, and that's why we need to learn about digital safety awareness. So the internet can be a fun place to learn, explore, and connect. It can also be an unsafe place to be. So remember, it is important to keep yourself safe while online, since we don't always know the other persons that we are interacting with. We don't know what their intentions are. So how do we keep ourselves safe while online? So the first thing you need to check while on websites, you need to only visit secure sites. So how do we know that a site is secure? We would want to look at the lock sign, the lock icon that is usually before the web address of any page. So that lock sign is what enables you to know that this page is secure. So if you come across a page that doesn't have it, it means that the site is unsecure, and whatever information you get there, you input there, can be misused, or it could cause harm to you. So the second thing we are supposed to do is to use strong password. And what is a password? A password is a secret word or a phrase or a string of characters that is meant to protect your accounts, or it is meant to show that you are who you say you are. So in public places like the cyber cafe, or in a school lab where many people access the same computers, it is not advisable to click on remember me when you are asked to input your password, because any person who comes on and sits on that computer can be able to access your information, your social media accounts, and who knows what they can do with it. Make sure that you create a password that you can remember. Other points include updating your software, using antivirus, not opening email attachments that you don't know where they're coming from. Avoid using unsecure Wi-Fi, the public Wi-Fi in public places. Don't input passwords when you are using the public Wi-Fi, because people can access your information. They can access your password and use it when you are not aware. So you also need to be responsible while on the internet. Don't bully others. Don't use mean comments or attack other people. Don't reshare unverified information. So in case you come across breaking news that you really don't know whether it's true or not, don't just share, because uh, it might cause harm to another person, and it might also cost you, because people might decide to sue for damages. If you have a social media page and you encounter bullies, people who are giving negative comments, if it is a business page, respond politely and in a professional way. But if the person continues to attack, you are free to block them, or or report them to site developers for further action. So we have looked at the importance of computer literacy. We have explored the basic computer components. We've seen hands-on mouse and keyboard practices. We have navigated simple application, the word, and then we have seen how we can connect to the internet. And we've also talked about digital safety awareness. So I really hope that you have learned, and you found the content interesting. Thank you for joining me.